I scaled my SaaS RB2B to over 6 million ARR, and 32% of that revenue, or 1.9 million, is coming from one single channel: cold email. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cold email is dead. And you're right. The way most people do it, it's dead. But we use a completely different approach, leveraging AI that I don't see anyone else talking about. This framework generated 20% of all of our signups, drove 30% positive reply rates, and produced one of our campaigns that converted at 12.7%. That's one sign up for every 8 emails sent. So in this video, I'm breaking down the exact cold email strategy that's generating $160,000 a month for RB2B and how you can copy it for your own business. Let's dive in. Most founders are doing cold email completely backwards, and when they fail, they just say that cold email doesn't work. But it's usually because they make one of these 3 big mistakes. Mistake number 1 is focusing on your message before your infrastructure. Your perfect email means nothing if it lands in a spam folder. Most people don't even realize that their emails aren't even getting delivered. You need bulletproof infrastructure before you write a single word. Mistake number 2 is only sending to completely cold audiences. Random lists of people who've never heard of you with no context, no prior touch point, and no reason to care just end up being emails that are noise in an already crowded inbox. Mistake number 3 is giving up after a week or 2. People send 5 emails, get 3 replies, nobody buys, and they quit. They never test different messages or audiences, and they assume cold email doesn't work instead of admitting they don't know how to do it. Now, here's what we did differently with cold email. We spent 3 months posting on LinkedIn, generating awareness of me and what we were going to do at RB2B before we sent a single email. We emailed people who were already showing interest in addition to completely cold contacts in our ecosystem, and the cold contacts we emailed were B2B SaaS, and they were very likely to have seen some of my LinkedIn content, and I may have even connected with them on LinkedIn. We created an AI-powered system so we can perfectly tailor each email to the recipient, even when sending millions of emails, and we committed ourselves to a 4-month testing window to find what actually works. So let me break down our entire cold email strategy. We didn't rely on just one approach. We built 3 distinct strategies. Each one served a different purpose in our funnel, and together they generated 42% of our total revenue 8 months ago. The third one is something that I don't hear anyone talking about. I want to give a shout out to Taylor Heron. He's done our email from the start, and he managed all of our sending infrastructure, which sends 160,000 emails per month off of hundreds of domains, and he manages all of the copy as well. So check out Taylor on LinkedIn to learn even more about how to cold email. So strategy number 1 are Weightless campaigns, which was 6% of our revenue. This was the initial strategy that we implemented even before we launched. So how we built our waitlist was, I spent months building in public on LinkedIn, talking about the problems that we were going to solve with RB2B. I shared the journey, all of the struggles, the early wins that we were having. Then by launch day, 3,000 people were already waiting to sign up for RB2B. I captured these people through a simple CTA at the bottom of my LinkedIn post that said, if you want LinkedIn URLs of your website visitors, push to Slack, DM me, ... and it's 100% free. This gave us immediate momentum. These people already knew who we were. They've been following the journey. They were primed and ready to sign up. What we did was actually warm outreach disguised as cold email. I wrote a painfully simple message when we launched. The subject line was, RB2B is here, and then the body was, hi, first name. I'm thrilled to announce that RB2B is live. You can create your free account by clicking here. Strategy number 2 was pure cold email, which was 21% of the revenue. And this is what it is: classic outbound to completely cold prospects. No prior relationship or touch point, just good targeting and great messaging. For targeting, we built a list of all US-based SaaS companies that had between 3 and 200 employees using a company called Apollo.io. We then downloaded a list of email addresses of everyone in Apollo database at those companies who had either a founder or a marketing role. That was over 80,000 contacts, and we've been emailing each person on this list 2 times per month ever since. As far as messaging goes, this is the email that's performed better than any of them. It says the subject line is the name of the person and RB2B. And it basically says, we launched a tool that lets you know when individuals, not companies, are on your site. We send you their LinkedIn profile in Slack, and we don't charge you a dime. Respond back with yes if you'd like me to send you a link to sign up, and PS, no, I am not kidding. It's an exact match to the individual that visited, not just the company behind the domain, and we will not charge you a penny. So here's why it worked. It's short, punchy copy that captured my actual voice. It's not corporate speak or formal business language, and the direct benefit of RB2B is in the first line, and there is a clear and simple call to action. As I mentioned earlier, infrastructure is even more important than the message that you send. We use hundreds of domains like tryRB2B.com and therealRB2B.com, and the way we buy those domains is through Instantly. You can buy, create the domains, and then create 2 inboxes per domain, and you can have Instantly send 2 to 10 emails per day per each inbox. And the effect that has is it sneaks past spam filters at Gmail and Hotmail to make it directly into the primary inbox. We started sending with Smart Lead years ago, and we now use Instantly, but we go back and forth depending on what's going on in each platform. Why do these emails get through? It's because we have huge volume while maintaining list quality. Every single email has passed through multiple verification steps, and we monitor deliverability metrics obsessively. Strategy number 3 is website visitor retargeting with RB2B. RB2B itself was and still is our absolute secret weapon. Here's how it works. Somebody visits the RB2B website, and then our tool identifies them in real time and captures their LinkedIn profile. Within minutes, AI generates a personalized email, and the email references the exact pages they visited. It goes out automatically while they're still thinking about us. So here's how we actually built this. Step 1 is you install the RB2B script, and it identifies the website visitor in real time. The moment somebody lands on our site, RB2B captures them. We get their full LinkedIn profile pushed to our system, and we know their name, title, company, and what pages they viewed. All of this happens within seconds of them visiting. And by the way, if you want to start using RB2B to capture your website visitors in the same way, click the first link in the description, and you can get started completely for free. Step number 2 is Clay processes and enriches the data. Clay takes the raw visitor data from RB2B, and it automatically enriches it with other additional information like company size, industry, the tech stack, and recent funding that's happened for the company. It filters out existing customers using a HubSpot integration. And then step 3 is AI generates personalized copy. Clay's AI writes a custom email for each visitor, and it references the specific pages they looked at. It adapts the tone to match their industry and their role, and every email feels like I personally wrote it. The 4th step is pushing to Instantly. The AI-generated copy gets pushed to Instantly, and it's sent off of hundreds of different domains, each with 2 inboxes, and they successfully arrive in mailboxes without getting caught in spam filters. And what about the messaging that made one of our campaigns convert at 10.4%? It was the simplest messaging we've ever written. It just said, hey, saw you on our site via RB2B. Do you have any questions? Why does it work? It's because it's simple, direct, and contextually relevant. They literally just visited, so the timing is perfect. And it's 1 sign up for every 9.6 emails sent. This demolished our other campaigns. 26 times better conversion than the average cold email, and people were already interested. We just gave them a reason to reply. The personalization was not fake, and we knew exactly what they looked at. Timing is everything, and we caught them at peak interest. I want to remind you, infrastructure first, everything else second. Your perfect message means nothing if it lands in a spam folder. We had 200 plus warmed up domains before sending anything, and you can do the entire warm-up process in Smart Lead or Instantly. Taylor monitors deliverability metrics obsessively every single day, and with that, we're able to send over 1 million emails in just the first 6 months. The second step is continuous testing over 4-month windows. We launched 40 different campaign variations, and the results of the first few weeks did not tell the full story. Most founders give up after sending only 500 emails. We committed to 4 months of testing to find message market fit. This patience and systemic testing are absolutely essential to making cold email work. So what have been the results of this cold email campaign? Well, the scale of our current operations are that we're sending 160,000 cold emails per day across all of our campaigns. We're managing 200 domains with sophisticated rotation using Instantly.ai. We have up to 10 different automated campaigns running simultaneously, and we're processing thousands of website visitors in real time with RB2B. Our company, RB2B, is now at 6.3 million ARR, and cold email remains a critical acquisition channel. It's currently responsible for at least 20% of all new revenue every single day. The margins on this channel are incredible. We've maintained consistent conversion rates on our cold email program. We're 1 in 250 email to sign up conversion rates on our cold audiences, and the industry average is closer to 1 in 1,000 or worse. Our RB2B website retargeting strategy still converts at around 10%, and pure cold email campaigns are averaging at a 30% positive reply rate. But if I have to point out one thing that made all the difference, it was our RB2B website visitor retargeting strategy, which converted 26 times better than average cold email because we were emailing people who literally just visited our website. And that's exactly what RB2B does for you. It identifies your anonymous website visitors so you can reach out while they're still interested. If you want to start using it for free, just click the first link below. No credit card, no setup calls, and you'll start seeing who's on your website within minutes. So click the link below to get started. And if you want to see how I automated my entire SaaS using AI, then click here.